What's going on, everyone? MetalBlade427 here, and I present to you Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Final Mix Remix. In the last episode, we went through 2 stories that were provided by the torn pages in the book of Winnie-the-Pooh. Now we are going to use our last 3 pages and complete the entire storybook of this particular world. Again, just as before, this has no battling in it whatsoever, save maybe a few mini-games that require the Keyblade to do stuff, but there are no Heartless here, and we want to keep it that way, because this is a pure area made from a child's imagination, and we need to then restore it to the way it once was by finding all of Pooh's friends and helping them out in any way that they need to be helped. So for right now, I am standing on this bridge, and I need to make my way over to this tree that is directly to Sora's left. So why don't we head there? And by doing that, we can go up here. Check it out. A swing hangs from a stout tree. Take a look? Yes! Let us take a look at this and see what new adventure awaits us. I do like swings. Swings are fun. You can never be too old for swings. Oh, and there's like a little brook there too. Isn't that cute? Hey, Pooh and Piglet, what are you guys doing? What do you say? Look, Pooh! Something is floating this way. I think you're right, Piglet. What could it be? I don't know. Let's take a look. What is that? What the hell is that? Ooh, what's in your water system? Oh, I know what that is. Why, it looks like Eeyore. Hello, Eeyore. If it is you, oh, it's Eeyore. Yay! My favorite character in the Winnie-the-Pooh books. What are you doing in the water, Eeyore? You don't belong in the water. You need to get out of there. Hello, Pooh. Yes, it's me. Could you pull me out? That is, if it's not too much trouble. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. Well, of course I'm going to help you, Eeyore. I don't want you just floating down river like a poor, slog or something. Where's your tail? Oh, Eeyore. Always the sad things that happen to poor little Eeyore. Alright, let's go rescue him. We need to do what we can. What are you doing, Rabbit? What's your problem here? Hello. Oh, hello. Thanks again. Oh, whatever. Sorry. Didn't read that too fast. My important thing was Eeyore. I don't really care what Rabbit has to say. Thank you, Pooh. Thank you, other you. You know, floating along out there, it seemed like something was missing. I would say so. And something's still missing. Why, Eeyore's tail is gone. Oh, his tail. Is that what's missing? Let's see. Yep, lost it again. Wonder where it went this time. Oh, Eeyore. Not much of a tail, though I'm sort of attached to it. Right now you're not, buddy. I don't know why anybody'd look for it. Probably won't find it anyway. Eeyore, Mr. Gloom and Doom. Sora, why don't we all look for Eeyore's tail? That's a good idea, Pooh. I think we should definitely do that. Absolutely. Lost something? Searching from a high place is the quickest way to find it. Owl, can you fly up high and help us find Eeyore's tail? I mean, you do fly. Sorry, but my eyes aren't what they used to be. Too much reading, you know. But I can offer good advice. I don't need advice, I need a tail. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. See that swing up there? Take Pooh there. Okay. They're a bit too big for the swing, but Pooh should fit nicely. What do you mean I'm too big for the swing? You're never too big for swings. I just said that. Whatever. Alright, so if you go over to Owl after he lands and talk to him, which I'm kind of waiting for him to do that. Where are you going, Owl? There you go. Come on. Oh, and Eeyore's wandering himself over here towards his house. But we'll deal with that later. First off, Owl, who will follow you if you target him with R1? I'm not a big fan of things breaking the fourth wall like that, telling you buttons to push, but we'll go over that momentarily. First, we're going to go over my favorite character in the Winnie-the-Pooh series, and that would be the donkey Eeyore. First appeared in Winnie-the-Pooh in the Honey Tree in 1966. Timid, retiring Eeyore lives in a little house in the roots of a tree. His tail is held on by a tack, but it keeps falling off and getting lost. Now he's wandering the woods looking for a new home. Yeah, so the tail on the back of Eeyore is of course supposed to represent the game Pin the Tail on the Donkey, and unfortunately it doesn't pin into him very well, and it always gets lost. So our job right now is to find it. And as Owl said, you just have to lock on to Pooh, and he will follow you wherever you go, so long as you're continuously locked onto him. And he is slow. He is, I mean, I guess you can't expect a little stuffed bear to really move that fast, but it's just funny watching him waddle along. Be careful of the honey pots around the path, because if Pooh wanders too close to them, he will get distracted and have to sit down and eat. It doesn't do anything to you. There's no penalties or anything, or bad things will happen or whatnot. It's just a waste of time if he sits down and he eats, because you're just like, come on, Pooh, let's go. Let's move along. Let's go, roly-poly, get over here. And then if you happen to run into a honey pot, that's it. Alright, so we made it up here to the swing. Very good. And now he's skipping along at a gingerly pace. Couldn't have done that before. Alright, Owl. What great advice do you have for us involving this swing? How are we going to find Eeyore's tail? Up here. Here's what to do. First, get ready to push. How? Like this. Like this? Oh, good job, Sora. You just have to put your hand out. Then press R1 to give Pooh a push. Alright, so R1. How's this? Not bad. Not bad. Here's the next step. Press the R1 before he swings back to the bottom. If you time it right, Pooh will swing higher and higher. Try it. I'll help you with the timing. Press R1 when I spread my wings. Pooh. Push too soon, Pooh won't go any higher. Push too late, he'll go too high. Okay, so we're doing the Pooh swing now. So again, as Owl says, we have to hit the R1 button in order to push Pooh whenever he flaps his wings up. And after 3 pushes, Pooh will be launched off the swing, and we will go a certain amount of meters or time or whatever like that. Our goal is to get in between 20 and 30. So with this third throw, woo! Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? It looks like we went 26 meters, which should be enough to do what we wanted to do, and that would be land on Eeyore's house. But look what we found! That looks familiar. How's it looking? I think we pinned that on very well. Looks about even. There we go. It's not much of a tail, but it's mine. I know you are very good. Thanks, everyone. Wish we could put the 100-acre woods back the way it was, too. Don't worry, Pooh, we will. Slowly but surely, we will get all the rest of it together. And lucky for you, again, I have the remainder of the pages, so it'll be coming along slowly but surely. Well, definitely surely. And not so slowly, because we're going to go on to the next one right now. This torn page turned into a new item, and we got the Power of Time. Our stop spell upgraded to Stopra. So now we have a larger range of effect for our stop spell, and it stops for a little bit longer. And now we have level 2 of all spells except for Arrow, which is really upsetting because a level 2 Arrow spell is great, because it actually does damage to enemies when they touch it. Anyway, moving on to the next area, a clearing crowded with tree stumps. Take a look. Absolutely, this looks like a lot of fun, and I like having lots of fun. So in this new area, Owl decides that he wants to follow us to this as well. We find what actually happens to be Tigger's bouncing ground, and this is all very conveniently located here with all the tree stumps and everything. I don't exactly know who came in and chopped them down, but hey, they must be good for bouncing. We actually have another new character right here, which I don't think we were introduced to Roo yet, but that's okay. This here's my bouncing spot. We can bounce around here all day. Nothing beats bouncing. You want to bounce too, Sora? It's lots of fun. Okay, I say, it's gonna be lots of fun. To bounce with the finest, you'll need some point... Oh, no, that's actually Owl talking. I keep forgetting that that's Owl that says that there every time I play this. Whatever. But Owl, you don't bounce around like we do. I'm afraid you're right. Whew. I can't master everything, I suppose. Okay, so now he's gonna fly away, and that was kind of pointless because we didn't need him here. Anyway, Tigger, bounce this way, please. And he bounces. And then along with him bounces Roo. Okay, very good. So why don't we head over there and we will bounce with Tigger. But before we do that, we of course are going to talk about our two friends here. First, we have Tigger, first appearance in Winnie-the-Pooh and the Blustery Day in 1968. Tigger loves to bounce more than anything. Sometimes his bouncing gets out of hand, but he doesn't mean any harm. Beneath that happy-go-lucky exterior beats a sensitive, gentle heart. Right next to him, we have Roo, who appeared in Winnie-the-Pooh and the Honey Tree in the 1966 short film, and Roo dreams of bouncing as well as Tigger someday. He's mischievous, energetic, and fearless, but grows uneasy when Tigger is not around. He is mischievous, energetic, and fearless. Which is weird, because that's what it's like when he says grows uneasy when Tigger's not around, because Kanga is not in this particular game. Only Roo is. Anyway, moving on. We're going to do the bouncing thing. This is pretty much a Simon Says of bouncing. We're going to bounce to the exact same spots that Tigger and Roo go to, and then we just have to follow along with the pattern. Which is pretty easy if we have double jump. Oh, you don't have double jump, you only have a single jump. They take away... I keep calling it double jump, high jump. You don't have high jump in this area. You only have your single jump, which as long as you swing your Keyblade in the air, you'll be able to get a little bit more oomph with your jumps. Okay, now that we did the first one, let's do number 2. Now it gets tricky. 1, 2, 3 in a triangle panel. 4, 5, 6, 7. Coming back. And this way. And done. Okay, I think we can handle that. That shouldn't be so bad. So first thing we gotta do is we gotta jump this in a triangle pattern. You don't have any time limit or anything, so take your time jumping from stump to stump, because if you fall off, you automatically fail, and you're going to have to watch them do the practice jump or the show you what to do jump all over again, and then just try again is really how it comes down to. Alright, so now we got to jump back, turn around, and back to the original stump, and we are done with number 2. Yes! Done! Alright, Tigger, what do you got for number 3? Give me something challenging this time. That was too easy. You're doing fantastical! Ooh, okay. This will be the last one. Alright, I'll take it. So Roo's going to jump to the other side of the seesaw. Tigger is going to hop on it. And Roo's going to launch him up. He's going to do his... Yep, he's going to do his signature sound and bounce straight through. So that's all it is. We got to bounce to the top of the tree, and then you got to land on the stump below you and bounce all the way to him. So here we go. Whoop. Launch me, Roo. I don't know how you're able to. That seems like a weird, odd balance of weight. But hey, who am I to say anything? Bounce, jump, hop, and we shall skip to the top. Done. Sweet. Okay, so now with all those out of the way, you've gotten mighty good at bouncing, Sora. That's right, we have. We learned from the best. Right, Tigger? Right, Roo? Okay, so he does that. So what does Roo have to say, then? Hey, Tigger, I think he's ready for the big one. Ooh, the big one. Ah, I'm ready for that. Well, there's only one way to find out. So now we are going to do the quote-unquote big one. Tigger's giant pot. Whack the nuts back at the pot to shatter it. They're going to fly out, and we are going to whack it with our Keyblade. And we have to do this a certain amount of times, and when we finish it, the pot will explode. Things you don't want to do is fall off the stump. Falling off the stump causes the game to pretty much stop. There's no real way to get back on top of it, so that was a little bit of a mistake on my part. I didn't mean to do that. It's okay, though. In order to reset everything, just hop back over here. I have my high jump back again. That's great. And we can talk to Roo, and we are going to try again. And I'm going to do that this time. Let's go. Here you go. I probably should have switched my Keyblades out to something longer. You don't need strength or anything like that in order to complete this minigame. So if you had a longer Keyblade, like the pumpkin head or something like that, I missed, then you'd be able to hit these nuts a little bit easier. I missed again. Come on. Come on, Tigger. Come on, Tigger. Throw them down the plate. Let's go. Better throws. Better throws. Oh, jeez. Oh, don't fall off the log. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Much better. I don't know what the point system is because that was 2 points. This is 1 point. Okay, so far I'm getting 1 and 2 points. I got 7 points for that. I don't know how that became 7. But at least I only have to go to 20. Once I finish 20, then the goal has been reached. And I don't have any time limit or anything along that way. It's just showing how much time I've taken to do it. And if I wanted to try to beat the record, it would just be for my own personal, satisfaction. I don't really get anything. Because once the pot explodes, we are now free to do, well, we've been free to do whatever we want, but this helps because it opens up a chest below here in the trunk, which contains an AP up, something I need. And now these jumping grounds or bouncing grounds over here have all types of great items scattered around it, and we are going to be collecting them. Like this item right here in this log that you're going to need to bust open in order to get out. It is a mithril. We have Winnie-the-Pooh over here looking at this tree. This tree doesn't have honey, I see. Tigger, what the hell are you doing? Oh, he's hopping. Let's try the seesaw! Alright, so he's going to run over to the seesaw, which is something that we may or may not use a little bit later. I'm not too sure yet. But it kind of just launches you up to different areas. But I have the high jump, so I don't really need it now, do I? What I need to do is I need to get myself over here to that branch. A good way to do it is by jumping on this little stump, and it causes a water spout to fly up, where you can then jump on this ledge and get up there. Alright, I didn't really do that. So you get the idea of what to do. I'm not going to show you my poor platforming ability, so I'll let you know when I'm up there. There we go. And once you're up on the branch, the first place you want to go is over here to this chest, which happens to contain a mithril shard, one of many other items that are here. Now, whoa, camera. Now, my next goal is to get to the tree that Pooh was looking at. I think this is the wrong way. This is probably the wrong way. Land! Oh, there was nothing that'll land on. But yeah, ideally we want to get ourselves to the top of the tree that Pooh was looking at because there's an item up there that we need to get. Let me use this method one more time in order to get up there. So I will meet you when I actually do get up there. Stupid platforming. Alright, my platforming skills has frustrated me enough to the point where I just don't care. We're going to come over here to the seesaw, and you're going to choose your partner, Tigger or Roo. They'll both launch you to different places in this area, but we're going to choose Tigger, because that's going to get me exactly where I need to go. Away! Perfect, right to the branch where I need to go. We're going to hop up on this one, and we are going to use our glide ability in order to get over to where we need to go. You probably could do this with just high jump. Definitely can't do it with anything other than high jump. And from there, you'll be able to get all of the items, no problem, within this area. There it is, jumping through. We pushed down the spider web, and behind it fell a Shield 2 gummy. So something else put onto the gummy ship. Hooray, hurrah, and all that in between. Next thing that we're going to do is we want to go and collect some rare nuts. Those are those things that are hanging up from the trees. There are 5 of them in total, and if you had talked to Owl, who's standing in the entrance of this area, he tells you that he's collecting the rare nuts. So, come on, there we go. You can only hold 1 rare nut at a time, so every time you collect it, you have to give it to him. Just checking to make sure there was nothing in there. And then you'll be able to move on to the next one. So, first rare nut given to Owl. Ah, splendid. Here's something in return. Ooh. A power up. Excellent. I will take those every time, all the time. Making my way back up here through my, again, amazing platforming skills. We want to head up, and there are... We want to make our way over here. Before you go into the top area, you want to grab the dark matter that's below here. And then we are going to then jump over. I thought I could make it. Come on, get up there. No failures this time. Hop up and jump and glide on over. There are 2 rare nuts over here. You don't have to collect these in any particular order. Owl will give you the items that he wants to give you in a set order. So it doesn't matter which one of these rare nuts you grab first. We got defense up, very nice. You will always get them in the same order, or you'll get the prizes in the same order, I mean. So now that we did that, we can then glide on over and grab rare nut number 3. Very good. this one... Where are you? There you are. This one will get us, after we give it to him, a mithril shard. Very cool. Number 4, over here. I know it's up there. I gotta remember how to get precisely up there, or even exactly where it is. Let's get a better look. I know it's up there. Where is it? Oh, see, okay, there it is. Haha. Alright, good. I was able to see it with my high jump. Does this work? It does work! Man, that would have saved me a lot of frustration and annoyance not too long ago. Alright, rare nut number 4. Hopping straight on down, or hop up and fall down, to Owl, where rare nut number 4 turns into another AP up, so that's our second AP up that we've gotten here. So we've gotten a power up, a defense up, mithril shard, and an AP up from collecting the rare nuts. I missed. There are mithril shards that we've been collecting. I think a mithril around here that we've been collecting, and 2 AP ups. I don't know if I said that already. So there's a lot of really helpful items here in the bouncing grounds, I think is what this map is officially called, that you can collect, especially when you have all the right abilities, which would be high jump and glide. Speaking of which, we're going to high jump and we're going to glide over here, because if you can see right in front of Sora, there is rare nut number 5, the 5th and final one. Grabbing that will then cause us to turn around and go back towards Owl. We are done here, by the way. The only thing that you needed to do here was follow Tigger and Roo around, do their bouncing game, and destroy the pot. After you do that, Auriculum. Awesome. Thank you, Owl. Look at all these nuts! We could have done... Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Owl. I just get caught up by that. But yeah, all you had to do was destroy the pot, really, and that was the last thing you needed to do here. Everything else was at your own leisure, and if you don't have these abilities by the time you come here, make sure to get them and then come on back. But that's okay. The 4th page, the torn page, turned into a new item, a mithril. Nice. Alright, so we have only 1 page left to go, and that is this over here. A winding, muddy path. Take a look. Might as well. Last one to go. What's happening here, then? What are you doing, Pooh? Oh, you're gonna get your paws all muddy. Oh, poor guy. What are you doing, Pooh? Shh. Quiet, or they'll get away. What? Who? The people who took everyone away. See their footprints? The footprints in the ground? We were all sticking together to make sure no one got lost again. But then, I saw some footprints that needed following, so I did. Suddenly, everyone was gone. Bad people must have taken them away. Actually, Pooh, I think those footprints are... Well, you know what? Anyways, I will help you look for your friends. There you go, Sora. Just deflect it away from that, because we know that Pooh is just following his own footprints. Alright, let us take Pooh. We need to take him around. His friends are kind of scattered around this weird area. So what we need to do is we need to take Pooh over here to the front of this, like, thicket of sorts, and meet our very first friend in order to activate the final minigame of the 100 Acre Wood. So he's over here. That's good. And let us examine this. Who's in here? Hey, it's Eeyore. Oh, buddy, what are you doing? Eeyore. Hello. What are you doing? Looking for sticks to build my house. Again. Sticks for your house? This place already feels like a house. Yeah, I mean, it's huge. You just gotta put a solid roof over it and you're pretty good. Seems like a great spot to gather everyone once we find them. Good plan, Sora. Pooh's Muddy Path. Oh man, that is unfortunately named. Help Pooh find his lost friends. Target him with R1 to guide him. Okay. So what we need to do is, again, using the R1 button, cause Pooh to follow us. Unfortunately, at this point, Pooh decides that he doesn't want to follow us. He's being a stubborn Pooh. Come on, let's go. Come on, Pooh. Pooh, you're caught on a stick. Oh, man. Oh, and everything else is being locked onto. Ugh, frustration. Good thing we're not timed or anything along that ways. Again, just like the other one, whatever the time is in the upper right corner, it's all for your own personal achievements. Like, you don't get anything for getting it under a certain amount of time or whatever. There you are, Roo. I don't know who's saying that. I'm assuming Sora is. Ooh, and he jumps down. Okay, so now we got him down from there. Let's give him a talk to. I tried bouncing as high as Tigger. I was so busy trying to bounce, I forgot to watch where I was bouncing. That's what you get for running away from your mother. Speaking of which, where is Miss Kanga? I mentioned it before that she wasn't in this story. Where is she? I can't believe they didn't put her into this game. That's so sad. She is in Kingdom Hearts 2, though. But it's just weird that Kanga isn't in this. That, and also, Eeyore, Rabbit, and Roo don't have any voice actors in this particular game. I think they're voiced in the next one, but in this game, no. They're just... It's only Tigger, Piglet, and Pooh that have voices. Alright, speaking of Rabbit, here we go. He's over here. He gets chased out when Pooh gets a little bit closer. Oh, it looks so intent on something. Well, I just had to follow him. But an owl flew off into the sky. And there I was, all by myself. Oh, now you're not alone anymore, Rabbit. You may be an annoying little jerk, but you're still part of the family, so you go ahead into here with Eeyore and Roo, and that will be that. Pooh, come over here. I need you over here by these purple flower thingies, because doing that will cause Pooh, come on, to grab a hold of one of these flowers, and it will raise him up, because everything lifts Pooh up, whether it be balloons or butterflies on flowers, and moves him to the next platform. So, good for us. Good job, Pooh. Way to be on top of that. We, however, because we don't have our high jump ability, have to ride the air current, jump on over, and then we need to talk to Tigger and let him know that he can go down and let everybody know that he's safe. Right, Tigger? Right, hey! Tigger! Pushing me off like that. You can kind of direct yourself about where you're going to go based on the buttons you push. So let me try to talk to Tigger. I saw Pooh walking away, so I bounced after him. You bounced so fast, you bounced out of your word bubble. Then I bounced a bit too high and lost sight of old Pooh Bear. That's good, though, Tigger. We found you. You go in there. Go talk to Rabbit. Rabbit likes talking to you. You two are good friends, right? Yeah, sure, why not? Alright. Hopping up here. I want to kind of go to the right. So if I hit the button enough time, there we go. I'm over this side. There's actually two obstacles for Pooh. You have a beehive up there, and then inside the log you have a spider web. Take down the spider web. It's just easier to deal with. I don't know if the beehive actually causes Pooh to not want to come through and whatnot, but it's supposed to plug up the hole if Pooh ends up coming up the side of the... Pooh! Oh, man. Alright. Take two with this. So in this log there's actually two different paths. You can either go directly through the log or up on the side of it. There's like a little ramp. I like just having Pooh come directly into the log because it's easier for him to get through that way. If you have him go up, then he will go up, he will walk across, he will fall through that hole there and then get caught on the spider web. So either way, it would probably be best for you to take out the spider web, but if you don't, then you need to knock down the the beehive above there in order to block the hole for Pooh can walk over. And when you do that, I believe bees come out, so you gotta kind of give him a little whack with your Keyblade and make him go away. Anyway, over here, we're gonna lead him back to these purple flowers again to raise him up one more level. And up here are our last two friends, Piglet and Owl. And all you need to do is you need to talk to them for them to go there. So, hey, Owl, what's going on? Hey, Owl, hey! Oh, get back here! Fine, we'll talk to Piglet first. Come on, Pooh, you gotta get him out of there. Hello, Piglet. Pooh, where are we? I don't know where we are either, Piglet. That's a pretty true thing. But if we go back the way we came, we should find home. Alright, and I guess Piglet went back the way he came. I don't know how that little hole connects between the two, but that's alright. We'll go down and we'll talk to him momentarily. But first we are going to talk to Owl after he finally flippin' lands. I thought I'd better have a word with Roo about his bouncing. Next thing I knew, quite to my surprise, I was lost too. You know I had to do it. It's like when the last time the Owl talked. So that is pretty much everybody. We just have to go and get Piglet, who is right over here. We go and give him a talk to. I got scared when everyone disappeared, so I hid. Well, now you're here with everyone else. Piglet and Pooh automatically followed us, which is nice. Oh, he fell down. Oh, poor little guy. And I think that's it. Yeah, everyone's here. Time is done, and from there, the torn page turned into our final item from the Winnie-the-Pooh book. The experience ring, which is awesome.
I'm so glad we're all together again. I didn't know what to do when I was all alone.
Oh, Piglet, you gotta be brave.
You weren't lonely at all?
Lonely? Are you kidding? I'm a Tigger. The most wonderful thing about Tiggers is I'm the only one. But I do admit, friends are awfully fun too. Sink, sink, sink.
Hey, Pooh. What are you thinking about now?
Oh, well, I'm just thinking about, what to think about.
Well, I'm off.
Sora, where are you going?
I'm gonna go look for my friends. They're waiting for me.
Bounce on back again.
I hope you find your friends.
And they all wave goodbye to Sora as he gives them a fist pump, Jersey style.
Sora, don't forget, we shall always be here. If you'd like to visit again, that is.
Of course we're gonna come and visit again, Pooh. Why wouldn't you? I mean, I could spend days here in the 100 Acre Wood playing with everybody, but for right now we have more important things to take care of. And with that, the story has ended. We found all the torn pages, the book is back to its original amount of pages, design, condition, things like that. And of course, being the bearer of the Keyblade, we are able to lock it, keeping the memories of a child safe and sound from those that wish to corrupt them. Till next time, Winnie-the-Pooh and friends, you have a good one. Oh, it's so sad. I didn't want to leave, Pooh. Book shut, book locked, and that actual cover with Sora and Pooh and Tigger would not go there until you have completely finished the book. So all 5 pages are gone, and I have a lot of stat boosting items. So we're going to give him that power up, we're going to give this defense up, and we have 2 AP ups in order to give Sora as well. Excellent, very good. We got a lot of great items from that, including a new summon gem, so let me go and take care of that right now. Hopping over here to the fairy godmother's little carriage thingy. Poof, there she is. And we shall talk to her, and just as she has before, we have another summon gem that she is going to need to release the being or the character or whatever inside of it. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, poof! We have learned Bambi! A very interesting summons, to say the least. But that's good. We only need 1 more actual summons in order to have all 6 of them. And that, as they say, is that. I apologize for this episode being a bit long. Is there anything? Oh, yeah, right. Last thing. EXP ring. Increases experience obtained by 20% and slightly raises max MP. So MP will go up by 1, and you will then gain 20% extra experience upon defeating an enemy. Very nice for speed leveling, probably something that you'd want to equip whenever you're going to do nothing but leveling, but for right now, that's going to stay off. As I said before, I apologize for this episode being a little bit longer. I wanted to finish up the Book of Winnie-the-Pooh right now before moving on to the next thing, which happens to be the next tournament that happens in the Coliseum. I always do this tournament before heading over to Hollow Bastion because of the items I get. And I know I've said that before in the past episodes, and I'm sounding like a broken record with that, but I just want you all to know that that's the reason I'm doing it now. Not many people like the tournaments, but it is part of the game. It is something that I have to do in order to personally 100% complete it, and it's fun, and it helps level up, and you get all kinds of good stuff from it anyway. So, plus I cut it down for you. You don't have to sit through the whole thing. You only see the highlights, or at least one full run in the highlights. In any event, thank you all for watching. Be sure to rate and comment down below, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can get equipped with me, MetalBlade427. Until next time, when we go to the Coliseum to take part in a tournament of Herculean proportions, you all have a good one. I shall catch you all later.